Okay guys, we're here again for Amatsutsumi. Continue. Episode 17. Let's go. Okay, let's jump right into it. Whew. After leaving the two of them in Kokuro's room, I think to myself, oh yeah, okay, so this is where this is the part where how should I say this? Kyouko is starting to get very close to Suzuka, the ghost. This is after the conversation with Mana, yeah. Mana was trying to scold, or kind of scold, trying to bluntly say to Kyouko that you cannot reverse the past. The past is the past, you cannot change it. Because I feel like Kyouko is trying to bring Suzuka's existence back to the real world or something. Trying to make it seem that she's alive again. Though I don't think that's a real intention, but how she's phrasing it, her actions are not that convincing though. If Kyouko becomes dependent on Suzuka, unable to let her go, well, I hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, I'm also worried about that as well. She did take Mana's warning seriously after all, and she seems to be receptive to reason. And there's no doubt that Kyouko is still changing every day, in a good way. That's all thanks to Suzuka. So emotionally, I want them to be together as long as possible. But for now, I have no idea how long this can continue. Yeah. This is not good. Amatsutsumi. Body feels heavy. My mind is awake, but I can't sit up. I must be exhausted. I can't even bring myself to open my eyes. All I can move is my hands.
Makoto-kun.
Wait, hold. Someone is tentatively pushing on my body.
Makoto-kun, asa desu yo.
Wait, that's definitely not Suzuka's voice, right? Yeah, it's Kyouko. Yeah, I cheated looking at the backlog. As the voice calls my name, I slowly come closer to getting up. Hello there. Wait, what?
Asa.
Oh. Morning? Wait, what? I blink several times and my bleary eyes begin to clear up. I see that Suzuka is gazing down on me. Is she the one who woke me up? No, of course not. She can't touch me.
Makoto-kun, asa desu yo. Okite kudasai.
Oh my god. Good morning. Kyouko?
Ohayou gozaimasu. Suzuka mo issho desu yo.
I can see that. Suzuka nods wordlessly at me. She's reacting quite a lot. She's getting much more expressive now. Even speaking like one or two words. Oh boy. But I can clearly see that emotion has returned to her. Oh, Suzuka nods wordlessly, but I can clearly see the emotion has returned to her face. It's pretty late. And when I look up at the clock, I see that it's much later than when I usually wake up. It seems I've overslept. It must also be why my body feels so heavy.
はい、それで鈴鹿が起こしに行こうって。
It's her suggestion? Wait, what? I'm surprised that she's already able to say full sentences like that. No, actually, I'm even more surprised that she's already able to understand situations like this. Amazing. I see, thanks. That's helpful of you, Suzuka. Now I won't be late for school. She nods bashfully. Okay, she can really speak like a normal child. We're having an actual conversation. Yeah, she speaks like a normal child, huh? I can hardly believe she's grown so much in just one night.
はい、タケノコもびっくりの成長速度です。見た目はそのままですけどね。
You're right. By the way, where are Kokoro and Mana?
もうとっくに起きて下に行きましたよ。
Oh my god, a very crazy theory just like popped up into my mind when I heard like the sentence, I can hardly believe she's grown so much in just one night. And I was just thinking for a moment there and oh boy, if I end up being right, then this is gonna be bad for Kyouko. Kyouko is smiling, but I can see a bit of shadow in her expression. You're right, by the way. Where am Kokoro and Mana? They woke up ages ago. It is right downstairs. Yeah. She must be tired. Kyouko, you don't look so good. Are you okay? Did you not get enough sleep?
睡眠時間は普段通りですが、疲れは少しあるかもしれませんね。その昨日はいろいろありましたし、でも休むほどではありませんから。
I'm not sure if it's just me, but I'm starting to see some kind of contrast in improvement for Suzuka, but a sort of deterioration with Kyouko. Are you sure you're okay?
平気ですよ。ちょっとだるいかなくらいで。それに私が休むと誠くんまで休む必要がありますよね。
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking that she was, ever since after we kind of slept together in the little old library committee in the little dusty room meant for the library committee, she kind of, after we did the deed, she kind of fell backwards just a bit. I never really thought too much about that, but now I'm starting to overthink a couple of things. Well, that's true. We have to stay within 10 meters of each other, after all. If you say you're okay, I believe you, but don't push yourself, okay? It's important to not miss class, but staying healthy is more important.
ありがとうございます。どうぞご心配なく。本当に無理な時はちゃんと無理だって言いますから。
Okay. Please do.
ご飯。
Alright, it's that time, isn't it? I don't want to keep them waiting, so I better change quickly. I get out of bed and stand up.
それじゃあ下で待っていますから、早く着替えてきてくださいね。
Okay. I imagine Kyouko is leading Suzuka by the hand, though I can't see her. She walks out of the room quickly. After that, I quickly changed into my uniform and breakfast with everyone. And had breakfast with everyone. It was more rushed than usual, but at least I won't have to sprint to school thanks to Kyouko and Suzuka. Wait, they went? Imagine this, Mana is actually walking on ahead, separating from us. With Kokoro. That's Mana. The Mana that usually doesn't have any interest in other people is walking ahead, away from us. Walking away with someone that's not me. She's really grown, Mana. Okay. Walking ahead. So Mana and Kokoro walk on ahead, while Kyouko, Suzuka, and I form a second group. Surprisingly, Mana seems to be, fairly thoughtful when it comes to Kyouko and Suzuka. I imagine half of that is just that she wants Kyoko's issues to be resolved quickly, or maybe that reason is more reasonable. Quickly, so that she won't have to stay so close to me anymore. Though.
Kyouko, 楽しい？楽しいですよ。鈴鹿が来てくれたおかげです。鈴鹿は退屈じゃありませんか？楽しい。そうですか。よかった。
Kyouko said she wanted the three of us to walk side by side. So that's what we're doing. As usual, she's in the center, while Suzuka and I sandwich her on either side. Suzuka seems happy to be able to talk now, so she often proactively talks to us. Her tone of voice is flat, and for the most part she just says single words, but those words have clearly started to show emotions too. Kyouko seems very happy about it, but I'm still seeing a bit of tiredness in her expression from time to time, which worries me and worries me too. Both of us. Yeah, it very much worries me. She's getting this abnormal tiredness.
ちょっといいかしら。
Oh.
京子、ちょっといいかしら。はい、もちろんです。何でしょうか。
Once we arrive at school, Mana is waiting for us in the hallway. Apparently she has something to talk to Kyouko about.
一つだけ確認したいことがあるのよ。まさかとは思うけれど、あなた恋人気分でいるのかしら。
What? Mana?
それは誠くんという意味ですか？他にどういう意味があるの？
It's probably because she doesn't want others to hear, but Mana isn't speaking particularly loudly. Kotodrama users never particularly need to raise their voices anyway.
どうなの京子。私はあなたの意思を確認しておきたいの。もしあなたがずうずうしくも誠を自分のものにしようと考えているのなら、とんでもない。もしあなたがずうずうしくも誠を自分のものにしようと考えているのなら、私も考えないといけない。
Kyouko shakes her head quickly.
私なんかが誠くんの恋人なんて絶対ありえません。私はむしろ誠くんに巫女として使えるくらいの感じで、お友達になっていただいただけでも恐れ多いことなのに、恋人なんてとても。
Mana, what are you doing?
想像しただけで恐縮しすぎて死んでしまいます。
Does she really feel that serious about it? I have to say, it's a little strange to claim that you could never be someone's lover when you've already kissed and even had perverted stuff with them. Did perverted stuff. Maybe she's thinking of those acts primarily as being for Suzuka's sake or mine, rather than her own. That does sound like her, but the thought makes me a little sad all the same.
それがあなた自身の意思なのね。はい、 男女にも釣り合う格というものがあると思います。誠くんには私なんかよりもっとはるかにふさわしい方がいるでしょう。それこそマナちゃんのような素晴らしい方が。
After Hotaru, I'm definitely gonna... No, I'm likely going to do Kyoko's route next. Just so I can make myself... Just so I can see Mana gets blown away by our decision on dating Kyoko. Mana is so... How should I say this? Demurring. Like, she thinks she owns us because she's like a powerful Kotodama user and our parent betrothed or something. Which I don't really like the idea. At this point in the situation, we already ran away from the village, so...
よくわかっているじゃない。
I want to somehow do Kyoko's route just to spite her. To be perfectly honest. Mana nods with a satisfied smile.
あなたは賢いわね、京子。これからもその気持ちを忘れずにいてちょうだい。はい。あ！
Suddenly, Kyoko inhales sharply, her eyes going wide. She's looking into the classroom, specifically at Koichi's seat. This probably means yes. Suzuka must have gone over there. I let go of Kyoko's hand when we arrive at school, so I haven't seen Suzuka since then. Mana squints in the same direction as Kyoko.
なんだか、あの子、彼に懐いているようだけど。ええ。わかるようになったんですね。弟だって。
Really? Oh, it's convincing. So Suzuka must be playing with Koichi. Of course, Koichi doesn't notice anything, so it's more like she's playing by herself next to him. He must look very different from 10 years ago, but she still recognized him. I guess blood ties are just that strong. Kyoko continues to look in Koichi's direction as she approaches his desk. Mana and I follow her half a step behind.
Oh, hi, 3人とも.
He's sitting, right? Yeah, he's just sitting. Yeah.
おはよう。
Mana goes and sits down at her desk after greeting him. She must not care much about what Suzuka is doing. Good morning.
なんだどうした朝日奈
He seems to have noticed that she's looking not at his face but at the top of his head. A curious frown appears on his face.
いえ、その...
She can't tear her eyes away from his head.
もしかして寝癖でもついてるか
Koichi reaches up to feel his hair. Of course, there's no way he can feel Suzuka wherever she is. I nonchalantly stand next to Kyoko and touch elbows with her. I see Suzuka standing behind Koichi's chair and stretching her hand out towards his head. She probably wants to pat him on the head but can't reach. It's a normal cute scene, but I can understand why. But I understand why Kyoko is so fascinated by it. Koichi, do you notice anything different today?
いや別になんだそりゃ
I thought he might be able to sense something because he's our brother, but apparently not.
どっちかっていうと俺としては
Koichi looks back and forth between Kyoko and me, then cocks his head to the side.
やっぱりなんかお前らに微妙なそういう雰囲気を感じるんだが
Oh yeah, are we holding hands? Or is he just touching her elbows or what? Just to see Suzuki. I really want to see. Check here. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? I nonchalantly stand next to Kyouko and touch elbows with her, or touch elbows.
本当に付き合ってないのか？
We're not.
にしては随分仲が良さげだよな。
She's a great person, but she's not quite at the point of dating yet.
誠、刺されるなよ。
Okay, I'll be sure to handle knives carefully.
またお前はずれた回答しやがって。
誠くんは変。
Koichi and Suzuka both make fun of me at the same time. Like sister, like brother, I guess.
何にせよ、朝比奈が楽しそうなら何よりだよ。
Same eye color. Same hair. They're definitely siblings. You can see it, like, it's so obvious. Side to side, seeing side to side like this. He stands up and goes to talk to another classmate, and Suzuka follows him. He said,
何にせよ、朝比奈が楽しそうなら何よりだよ。
as long as Asahina is having fun. Kyouko, right? Yeah. He stands up and Suzuka follows him. Will Suzuka be alright like that? As I watch them, I talk to Kyouko in a soft voice that others can't hear.
そうですね。二人とも気にしていないのであれば問題はないと思います。鈴鹿が見える人もいませんし、私たち以外には。
In fact, we're the ones who should be careful not to react too strongly to Suzuka.
そうですね。どうしても気になってしまいますけど。
After class, just ignore her until after class. Since she's a feisty, she must be drawing your attention all the time. Actually, isn't it hard for you to pay attention to the teacher during class? At least Suzuka's newfound level of activity is a good sign that she's continuing to develop.
私はもう慣れましたから大丈夫だと思います。
Yeah, just try and hold back until the end of class.
授業参観みたいで少し緊張してしまいますけど、かえって楽しいです。
Like a parent? Oh, what's Parents' Day?
はい、そういう生徒の家族が授業の見学に来る行事があるんです。子供が普段どんな雰囲気で学園生活を送っているのか確かめるためですね。ちょうど私たちが鈴鹿を眺めているような構図ですね。
Implying that I'm the dad and she's the mom. I see. But wouldn't that make the classroom really crowded?
そうですね。すべての親御さんがいらっしゃるわけではありませんけど、それでも教室に入れない方も出てきます。
Sounds claustrophobic. If Mana were present at one of these Parents' Days, I'm sure she'd leave and go home right away.
まあ私の場合、大勢の幽霊がなぜかやってきたこととかもありましたけど。
Ew, really? That sounds rather bothersome. I would say freaky, scary, unless she got along with those ghosts. With the classroom full of ghosts, it would be hard to even go up to the blackboard and write on it, let alone read out from her seat. And normal ghosts don't act like Suzuka, who at least seems to have some level of intelligence. It must have been very rough. Luckily, there don't seem to be any ghosts here right now except Suzuka.
そうですね。でもそういう時はいつも探してました。もしかしたらこの中に鈴鹿がいないかなって。
I see. To Kyouko, seeing ghosts causes her trouble, but at the same time, they can be a source of hope for her.
鈴鹿、本当に楽しそうですね。
Yes, the two of them really look like siblings, though visually, Koichi seems to be the elder one.
仲の良さは昔からですよ。鈴鹿は世話焼きだったので、 浅川くんの面倒も見ていたそうです。記憶がおぼろげに戻りつつあるのだと思います。
Well, for now it seems to be the case if we're following how fast she's developing.
でもまだ自分が事故に遭ったことは思い出せないようです。
As we look on, Koichi is talking spiritedly with another classmate. You've already told her about it?
はい、もちろん鈴鹿を刺激しないようそれとなくですけど。
What?
苦しかった記憶でしょうし、思い出すのはショックでもあるでしょうか。
Okay. I agree. For a little girl like her, to die in such a terrible way. She might be happier if she never regains her last memories.
私の方はどんどん思い出していますけど、昔のこと。鈴鹿、よくああいう風にじゃれついてきて、私を構ってくれました。
That sounds really adorable.
私は鈴鹿と遊ぶのがとにかく楽しくて、鈴鹿が帰る時にはもっと遊ぼうと引き止めてばかりいましたね。そのせいで日が沈むまで帰らせないことも多くて、両親にはよく叱られました。困らせちゃダメでしょって。
Oh, they must have been really close then. Yeah, definitely like sisters, non-blood related sisters.
鈴鹿は本当に何でもできて、運動だけでなく勉強も得意でしたから。
Something like a sister that's shy and introverted, and another sister that's extroverted and pulls her sister along outside, out into the world. I can imagine what it's like to lose that hopeful existence.
よくわからないことを教えてもらっていました。
Really, it's hard to imagine others teaching you instead of you teaching them. Well, Suzuka was 1 year older, so I guess that was normal.
意外ですか?
Yeah, I thought you always had good grades since you were a kid. You were smart, so I thought you never had any trouble with class.
買いかぶりですよ。私、全然賢くないです。
Classes.
習慣として勉強をするようになったから、成績がまあまあ悪くないというだけで、いわゆる頭の出来で言ったら、鈴鹿とは比べ物になりませんでした。
So Suzuka was also was smarter than her as well. That's kind of hard to imagine. I mean, looking at the current Suzuka.
それはまだ記憶を取り戻していないからです。
So she's quite different from the current Suzuka then.
本物の当時の鈴鹿は本当にすごい天才だったんですから。
Oh, I see. She's still speaking softly, but I can feel the strong conviction in her words.
Kyouko. 鈴鹿?
While we're talking, Suzuka shows up. She must have had enough of playing with Koichi.
Kyouko, 楽しそう。ええ、楽しいですよ。鈴鹿はどうですか？楽しい。光一が元気そうだったから。
Because Koichi looked happy? Amazing! Her vocabulary and thought processes have advanced even more since this morning. At this rate, by tomorrow, she might be at a level no different from Kyouko or me.
よかったです。
Hmm.
光一くんのこと思い出したんですね。うん、懐かしかった。
Oh! She actually said yes. So even ghosts can feel nostalgia. Though I don't think she meant it literally. By appearance at least, Suzuka seems to be the same age as she was on the day she died. Whereas Koichi and Kyouko have aged by 10 years. A living person feels nostalgic when meeting someone because all these years have passed since they last met. How does that logic apply to ghosts?
私とのことはどれくらい思い出し
Oh. Suddenly, Kyoko lists to one side. Whoa, lists? Did she blink out or something? I reflexively put out my arm and catch her by the waist. Real Kyoko, are you alright?
ありがとうございます。
What's wrong all of a sudden? Are you feeling sick?
そうかもしれません。急にふっと意識が遠のきかけて。
I don't think this is the right time to be in school. You might have a fever. Oh, he's lifting her up? Wait, hold on. After riding her, I put my hand on her forehead. What, in the middle of class? No, your temperature might actually be lower than normal. At least, I don't feel much heat from her forehead. Her face isn't flushed either. If anything, looks kind of pale.
誠くん、顔が近いです。
Huh? Oh, sorry.
教室ですからみんないますし。
She struggles weakly in my arms.
ありがとうございました。
Class is going to start soon, but do you want to go to the nurse's office?
いえ、大丈夫です。吐き気とかそういうものはありませんから。自分の席に戻ります。
It's getting worse. Her condition. She nods farewell, reluctantly leaves my side. She walks slowly, I watch her worriedly, but she manages to reach her desk without stumbling. Once I see her sit down, I walk back to my own seat. But there's no question that she's feeling unwell. I have to keep an eye on her today, more than usual. Urgh. Oh, we're back home. And I assume it's evening, I guess, because of the lights. But... oh, yeah. We just had dinner when Kyouko peeks down the stairs from the second floor. She has an apologetic look on her face.
すみません。あら、どうしたの？京子ちゃん。
What's wrong?
本当は片付けのお手伝いをしようと思っていたんですけど。
So, diligent. I'm guessing she was too busy with Suzuka and lost her chance to come here and help.
気にせずゆっくりしていればいいのに。家事のお手伝いだけで十分助かってるわよ。そう言ってもらえるのは嬉しいんですけど。
Even Azuki-san doesn't mind. You're already helping a lot. Take us out now. I look at the spot next to her where Suzuka probably is. I think Kyoko's offer to do the dishes must have something to do with Suzuka. Maybe she wants to show Suzuka how hardworking she is. There are still some dishes soaking in the sink. Maybe you can have her wash those? Considering how she was staggering earlier, I don't want to make her do too. Huh? Considering how much she was staggering earlier, I don't want to make her do too much, I guess. What's with the two? Oh, too much? So handling this situation requires a low fitness. Considering how she was staggering earlier, I don't want her to make her too. So handling the situation requires a little fitness. But I suppose that if I stand next to her, washing dishes shouldn't be too much strain.
そうね。やります。やらせてください。そう？そこまで言うならお願いね。はい、頑張ります。
Kyouko House smiles happily and half curls the fingers on one hand. She must be holding hands with Suzuka as she comes down the stairs. She looks a little too happy to concentrate properly on the dishes. I'll help too.
頑張ってね。
Okay.
あれ？今降りてきたのって京子さんだけ？ええ、そうよ。マナちゃんはまだ上じゃないかしら。そっか。じゃあ私の勘違いかな。
Oh, wait, what? Hearing things.
足音が2人分聞こえたような気がしたの。
Oh my god. What's going on here?
ああ、そういえば。
When I thought I was getting... I was starting to understand the situation, it's just getting more confusing now. Her condition is getting worse, but now apparently somehow Suzuka's existence is somehow getting what's the word? Getting seen by everyone around her. She's getting pulled back to the living world for others just to be able to see her. I wonder. Azuki-san seems to agree with Kokoro. What? Can it be? I look to Kyouko. She's already washing the dishes, and she's not looking at her hands but at her side. Suzuka must be there, meaning she came down the stairs along with Kyouko. Does that mean that Kokoro and Azuki-san heard Suzuka's footsteps? If so, what does this mean? First, Mana became able to vaguely make her out. Now even Kokoro and Azuki-san are starting to sense her presence. Does this mean that Suzuka's presence is becoming stronger somehow? Is such a thing even possible? Yeah, that's the word. Presence. Suddenly, Kyoko's hand slips. Oh, what are you doing? I reach out and catch the plate just before it falls to the floor. Ooh, that was a close one.
申し訳ありません。うっかりして。
Her happy, carefree expression has turned gloomy very quickly. Well, I'm sure anyone would feel that way if they volunteer to help and then immediately screw it up. That's fine, but Kyouko, are you sleepy already? Her eyelids look droopy. It's like as if Kyouko is losing her life energy or something. And it's all being gathered for Suzuka to exist in the real world and become an actual real living person or an existence that other people can sense and interact with. I don't think Suzuka is a ghost in this case. I think it's something much more. And we know that the powers that she used, Kotoage and Kotodama, it's those two are powers that use life energy to work. So it has something to do with life energy for sure.
はい、少しだけお手伝いに遅れたのもうとうとしていたからで。
You should have just gone to bed then.
大丈夫です。
We know that her skin is turning pale. That's not a good sign. Even though you almost broke a plate?
そうですね。わかりました。
I'm glad she listened to reason. But I'm still a little worried. Little is an understatement. Because I think I might know the reason why she's been feeling unwell recently. Amatsutsumi. I was worried about Kyoko's health, but going to bed early must have done her good. Today she looks at least somewhat recovered.
だんだん街に人が増えてきましたね。
We're on the way home from school. Kyouko is observing the people we pass on the street as we walk. Is it because the water lantern ceremony is happening soon?
だと思います。
Just two days left, right?
ええ。
She laughs softly.
今年はあまり実感が湧かないんですけど、鈴鹿のことがあったから。
This afternoon, Kyouko is going to be paying a visit to the shrine. Apparently, her parents told her that they don't really need her help. But she says she feels obligated to at least do something. So she's going to go and see if there are any miscellaneous? Is that miscellaneous? Yeah, it's miscellaneous chores she can help out with. Of course, that means Suzuka and I are going along with her. Kyouko, are you sure you're going alright? Oh, no, you're sure you're alright?
大丈夫ですよ。
She smiles, but I can't see the sweat shining on her forehead. It's pretty hot outside, but it's not like we're walking very fast. She must still be a little out of sorts. Well, maybe it's lucky that we're physically inseparable these days. We can keep an eye on her. I can keep an eye on her 24/7, except when she's in the bathroom or something. Make absolutely sure not to overexert yourself, okay? You're the kind of person who's prone to overwork herself.
はい、ご心配ありがとうございます。
So going to the shrine, I guess. Once we arrive at the shrine complex, Kyouko goes to her room to change her clothes. I follow her, of course, but suddenly I start feeling doubts about my own attire. Is it okay for me to keep wearing my school uniform when Kyouko is changing into a traditional shrine maiden dress? When I ask her about it, I think that I might as well try wearing traditional priestly garb. No. Is it okay for me to keep wearing my school uniform when Kyouko is changing into traditional shrine maiden dress? I think it's missing an A in that there. When I ask her about it, she suggests that I might as well try wearing traditional priestly garb too. Kyouko brings me a set of clothes. And soon we're both dressed up in matching outfits.
とってもお似合いですよ、誠くん。
It definitely must look good. Well, I am more used to wearing Japanese style clothing than Western. In fact, I'm still not quite used to the school uniform I've been wearing every day.
お父さんの予備だったので、サイズが合うか心配だったんですけど、あつらえたみたいにぴったりですね。
That's spare.
姿勢もいいですし、神々しい雰囲気と相まって本職の方よりも立派に見えますよ。
Much better than a priest.
私の方がお手伝いに見えるかも。実際それで正しいんですけど。
I may look amazing, but well, I doubt I can actually perform any of the shrine duties nearly as well as you can.
でしたら私が教えましょうか。竹ぼうきの使い方ならちょっとだけ自信がありますし。
With the broom? Sure, please do teach me how to do things. I wouldn't want to get in your way.
足を引っ張るだなんてそんなこと。誠くんにお付き合いいただいて本当に感謝しています。
Before long, I was sweeping the grounds, learning from Kyouko as I went along. She taught me everything in the smallest detail, from how to hold the broom with my hands to the most efficient sweeping distance. I was surprised when she hugged me from behind while guiding my hands, but she was totally focused on teaching me and clearly didn't mean anything by it. Now that we've covered about half of the grounds, the two of us are taking a break. We're both sweaty because of the physical nature of the work. You tired? We're both tired. But it's clear that Kyouko is far more tired than I am. She's trying to act energetic, but I can tell from her face she's exhausted.
どうぞ、タオル使ってください。
Thank you.
甘いものとお茶も用意しましたから、よろしかったらどうぞ。
Oh, thank you. Tea and drinks. Tea and cookies. Thank you. We sit next to each other drinking the tea. It's really delicious. I can tell how parched my body has been. After drinking the tea, Kyouko looks a little bit better. Do you mind? Take Kyoko's hand and look around for Suzuka. I find her immediately. She's standing a short distance away, looking at me and Kyouko with a smile.
ずっと鈴鹿も手伝おうとしてくれてたんですよ。
Oh, really?
気持ちだけはね、手伝いたくても触れないから。
Whoa, what the hell? She could speak a full sentence. She shrugs with an impish smile that looks towards the shrine complex's entrance arch.
暑いの苦手だから日陰で涼んでたよ。
I see. So ghosts can feel the heat too? She's not at all speaking like a toddler anymore. Now it feels more like I'm talking to a child. That's the actual age she looks. Actually, she even seems more grown up than that. But I don't know what Suzuka was like when she was alive, so I can't really say.
鈴鹿、どうかしたの？お客さんみたい。多分参拝の人かな。
Oh, I see them. I didn't notice as quickly as she did, but now I can see someone is approaching.
二人ともよくわかりましたね。
She's already getting up to go and greet the newcomer. I don't bother following her until I see who it is.
よう、朝比奈。それに、お、ちゃんと誠もいるな。
It's Koichi in casual clothing. Oh my god, he looks pretty damn cool. It's Koichi.
こんにちは、浅川くん。どうしたんですか？
Do you not usually come here? Kyouko looks a little surprised, so I asked the obvious question.
俺が今まで足を運ばなかったからな。
Oh,
とはもしかして仕事中だったか？
we're taking a break.
いえ、今は休憩中です。お
Yes,
気遣いなく。
thank you. Thank you for asking. Welcome, Koichi. Or is it weird for me to say that?
その格好なら問題ないと思うぞ。っていうか、最初見た時は誰か分かんなかった。
I came here in my school uniform, but I didn't wanted to get dirty when cleaning, so I borrowed these instead.
はあ、やけに似合うな、お前。
You say? Don't you think so? Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
ありがとうございます。
Of course, I'd look good in the yukata. I think she was praising me, not Kyouko, but she thanks him too.
浅川くんは参拝しに来たんですか？
Yeah, why are you here? Are you like one of the volunteers, or working here?
ああ、そうだな。まあせっかくだからそのつもりだが。
Oh, you're not. You're just one of the customers. I mean, one of the visitors.
今日はここの手伝いをするって誠が言ってたから、墓参りのついでに冷やかし半分に来てみたってわけさ。
Cemetery? Oh, yeah?
お墓、もしかして鈴鹿の？
ああ、朝比奈たちのおかげで自分の気持ちに一区切りついたし、いい機会だと思ってさ。
Oh, he must have resolved a lot of things off screen. Since we didn't see much of his perspective, so we can't really say, but yeah, definitely went through some things. Inner monologue.
家の仏壇と墓と、
If that's
そ
what
れと
he's doing.
湖にも花を備えてきた。
Oh! Oh, I want to hear the Japanese line again.
ああ、朝比奈たちのおかげで自分の気持ちに一区切りついたし、
Not this one.
いい機会だ。家の仏壇と墓と、それと湖にも花を備えてきた。
Okay.
どっかしらで鈴鹿に届いてるといいんだけどな。
Kyouko looks at him with a difficult expression on her face. She must be wishing that he could see Suzuka's ghost.
そうだったんですか。ありがとうございます。というのも変でしょうか。
お疲れ様ってあたりでいいんじゃね？
Hmm?
そうですね。お疲れ様でした。お茶とお菓子まだまだありますから、浅川くんもいかがですか？
ああ、ありがとな。せっかくだからいただくわ。
He comes and sits down next to me. Kyouko sits down on the other side of me and subtly touches my hand. Suzuka looks happier than before now that Koichi has arrived. He came at the perfect time, Koichi.
お、まあそうだな。おやつにもありつけたし。
A natural response considering he can't see her. Azuki-san and Kokoro were able to hear our footsteps last night, so I thought Koichi might at least be able to sense her presence somehow. But even I can't notice her. Unless Kyouko is touching me. Kyoko's own recent transformation aside, Suzuka's effect on people seems to vary from person to person. Putting Hotaru's existence aside of why she can see Suzuka, I'm gonna make a guess and say that the reason Azuki-san and Kokoro can see or sense Suzuka is because are using Kotodama on those two. It's a wild guess though.
しかし今日は暑いわ。参っちまうな。
Since I don't think we've ever heavily used any Kotodama on Koichi, he can't really sense Suzuka. He's not that affected by any long-term Kotodama. So that's my guess though.
鈴鹿が生きていたら大喜びだったろうけど。
Huh? Really?
ああ、寒いのが苦手だから暑いくらいがいいんだってよく言ってた。太陽の光をいっぱいに浴びて、その中で水遊びするのは最高だってな。
Wait, what? Hold on. There was nothing she loved more than playing in the cool lake under the blazing summer sun? Oh yeah, the music is stopping. I think I think we're both thinking the same things, Miyamoto. That's contradicting the couple the couple of lines before Koichi arrived. Oh boy, how is this gonna? I can't help but glance at Suzuka and Kyouko. Didn't Suzuka say she wasn't good with the heat? Maybe your preference can change after you die and become a ghost? No, it does not work like that.
どうした？
Oh, nothing. I just thought it was odd to actually like this kind of heat. I think of Mana, who also loves hot weather. But I doubt Suzuka had an eternal snow Kotodama put on her like Mana did.
まあ確かに鈴鹿はちょっと、いや、だいぶ変わったやつだったしな。弟の俺が言うのもなんだが、変人でいろいろ困らされただろ、朝比奈も。突拍子もない思いつきでわがまま言ったりさ。本人としては悪気はなかったんだろうけど。
いえ、そんなことは。
身内の前だからって遠慮しなくていいぜ。ほら、朝比奈がうちの用事で帰らなくちゃいけないのに、鈴鹿がもっと遊ぶんだってダダこねまくったとかあったよな。
Wait, what? Suzuka would throw a fit?
そんなこともありましたか？
あったあった。今でもよく覚えてるよ。
Okay, that's weird. That sounds quite different from what we've heard from Kyouko. Yeah, Koichi's version of the story sounds pretty different from the way Kyouko was telling it earlier. Well, I guess Kyouko and Suzuka spent lots of time together, maybe some days. Kyouko kept Suzuka late, and other days Suzuka kept Kyouko late. Either way, it seems Koichi doesn't remember his big sister being as perfect as Kyouko does. Suzuka herself is quietly listening to us, but if she realizes we're talking about her, she doesn't show it.
ほんと、鈴鹿は朝比奈の世話になりまくってたよな。勉強だって朝比奈から教えてもらうような始末で、どっちが年上だか分かったもんじゃなかった。
Okay. Kyouko, are you okay? Are you remembering right? Suzuka is apparently not the smart genius you believed her to be. There it is again. It's becoming clear that Suzuka that Koichi remembers is quite different from the one Kyouko remembers.
まあそれでも大したやつだったのは確かだけどな。妙に人を引きつける魅力があったよ。
I see. I somehow had the idea she was more of a grown-up kind of kid than what you've described.
いや全然。地頭は悪くなかったと思うが。
She was smart.
村っ気が激しい気分屋でさ。 自分の興味のあることとないことの差がはっきりしてた。まあでもあの年の子供ならそんなもんじゃないか。
He's right. Honestly, the version of Suzuka he talks about sounds like an average kid of that age. Kyouko's version is the one that sounds a little too good to be true.
あれか？もしかして朝比奈が大げさに持って喋ったんじゃないか？死人をけなすのは申し訳ないとか思って。
いえ、鈴鹿は本当に立派な人でしたよ。
そうそう、神社の本殿内で鬼ごっこして叱られたこともあったよな。
Hide and seek in the shrine's main hall.
あの時の胴に入った叱られっぷりは立派だったと言えなくない。
It sounds like she was pretty naughty.
悪ガキまではいかないにしても、まあお世辞にも貧困法制じゃなかったぜ。
So she was a brat. Well, he says she's not a brat, but from what I'm hearing, it sounds like she's kind of a brat. He nods to himself, deep in recollection.
そうでしたか。
Because she was quite selfish then. But she is also considerate of others.
そうだよ。まあ朝日奈の目から見たらそれでもってとこはあったんだろうけど。何せ行動力だけは人一倍どころか100倍くらいあったからな。
はい、そうです。すごい行動力でした。
一度こうと決めたら絶対に諦めなかったもんな。
So the two versions of Suzuka aren't completely different people. There's plenty they agree on. But I can't explain the differences in their memories of her. And honestly, Koichi's version seems more realistic than Kyoko's.
リーダーシップというか、キャプテンシーというか。
Captaincy? Or taking the lead?
とにかく、人を集めてまとめる才能はやたらとあった。
はい。
Hey Koichi.
ん？
Did Suzuka like sweet things like these cookies? I point at the few remaining cookies. Suzuka has been looking at them enviously since Kyouko brought them out. And the other day, when I put a donut on the plate for her, she seemed interested in it, though she couldn't talk at the time.
いや、好きじゃなかったな。むしろ苦手だった。
Oh my god.
しょっぱいものとか辛いものが好きだったよ。せんべいとかそういう。だから供え物もうちではいつもそういうものばかりだな。
I see. Kyoko is looking straight ahead with a kind of dazed expression. What is going on? I imagine Kyoko must be thinking about this too. Meanwhile, Suzuka stays silent, nestled up to Kyoko.
そんじゃあ俺はそろそろ帰るわ。長話に付き合わせて悪かったな。
いえ、お気になさらず。楽しかったです。また、いつでも来てくださいね。
あ、気が向いたらブラッと来るわ。ごちそうさん。
He waves goodbye, then heads down the front steps. Kyoko and I wave in return, and Suzuka is probably waving too. I don't have to see her to guess that. From what I have learned of her over the past few days, it sounds like what she would probably do. But that aside, there are a few things I need to understand. Kyoko.
はい。
I see her shoulders tremble when I call her name. She probably guesses what I want to ask her. When I take her hand in mine, I see Suzuka standing next to her with a somewhat troubled? That's a very troubled expression. Or perhaps I should say the girl that I think is Suzuka. I didn't want to think that it was not Suzuka. I wanted to believe it was Suzuka. But really? This girl.
鈴鹿がどうかしましたか？
I think for a moment and ask Suzuka herself a favor. Suzuka, I need to talk to Kyouko about something important. Would you mind leaving us alone for a few minutes?
いいよ。
She readily assents, then walks some distance away, turns her back to us and sits down.
何のつもりですか、誠くん。
I think I might not want her to hear what I'm about to talk about. I speak softly. She gasps. Kyoko, do you think she's the real Suzuka?
そうとしか考えられません。
It seems she understands what I'm getting at. Her response is not confusion but defiance. But when Koichi was reminiscing about her just now, there were so many things that seemed different about his version of Suzuka, no?
それは多分私の記憶違いだと思います。何分昔のことですから。
Sure, I think you're right. But that doesn't explain why this Suzuki differs from his recollection, doesn't it? Does it? She directly told us that she didn't like the heat. She seemed interested in the sweet snacks we were eating.
それは
Kyoko is obviously shaken by my words. She must have some idea of what's behind this. Kyoko, do you have some kind of explanation for this? Don't you? Don't tell me it's something like bringing her imagination to life or something. Yeah, like, you know when you wish for something, you wish you could see Suzuka again? It's not like it's kind of impossible to meet the exact soul of Suzuka just because of a wish. So I'm thinking that Suzuka right now as an existence is just like something that came up from that came to be because of her inner desires or something. If so, don't hide it, tell me. She doesn't speak for some time. She must be very conflicted about whether to tell me. I could use Makoto Dama again to make her spit it out, but I want her to decide to tell me of her own accord. Yes, please. Thank you, Makoto.
それ
Yeah? Take it slowly. She finally speaks in a voice so soft I can barely hear it.
あの鈴鹿は私が作り出したものだからだと思います。
You created her?
はい。
Her desires to meet her. She nods resignedly and looks over at Suzuka, who is still sitting with her back turned to us.
あの時、鈴鹿がここに現れた時、自分の中から大きな何かが抜けていくような感覚がありました。
Oh.
多分、誠くんたちが言霊を使う時もそんな感じではないですか？
Oh my god. Life force? You forcefully gave your life force to create an existence, to create something. Is that what she's saying? I think that's the implication of here. That means the current Suzuka here is not a ghost. She's not a ghost. She's probably like some existence, like a spirit or something, lying between the spirit world and the real world. She's living, she's breathing, likely. That means she's not a ghost. This is a whole completely different person, but with the exception that she has Suzuka's appearance. Oh my god, this is a mess. She basically created life. Then, my power alone wasn't enough for my wish to reach Suzuka's ghost. But with your power added, she was able to hear us. That's what Kyouko said the other day. Now I know the full meaning of those words.
はい、私は言霊を使ったのだと思います。誠くんの力を借りて。
What have we done?
そう考えると納得がいきます。あの鈴鹿は私の記憶の中の鈴鹿なんです。
Yeah, that's Suzuka. The Suzuka she created is the Suzuka based on her memories from her perspective. That's why it seems so fitting to her memories. It aligns so well to her memories of how she remembered Suzuka. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are we gonna do about this? You can't just like cut off life support. You realize this from the very, very beginning?
なんとなくですけど、確信はありませんでした。
Then what about your inaccurate memories of her? How do you explain that?
わかりません。でも、無意識に自分でそう思い込もうとしていたのかもしれません。言霊を使った時に、過去がそうだったらいいのに、と理想を。
She literally wished for someone to... for an existence to come to life. Oh my god. This is... So the Kododama partially acted on Kyouko herself, too, affecting her memories of Suzuka? Many things make more sense now. If Suzuka's mind was created with Kyoko's as a blueprint, it's no wonder Suzuka seems, like she matured even beyond her apparent age. But Kododama is a power that imbues your words with a part of your soul. It can't make someone do something they would be unable to do otherwise. If you use a Kododama to order someone to fly, then they wouldn't be able to. So is it possible that Kyouko actually had a latent ability to create ghosts? Clearly, Suzuka isn't just Kyoko's personal hallucination, since even Mana and Kokoro can sense her presence to a degree. I have a very bad feeling about this. I have a very bad feeling since a while ago.
誠くん
Anyway, now that we know, it's clear that what we have to do. I have to cancel the Kododama and uncreate Suzuka. Do you know how horrible that sounds when you say this out loud? I have to cancel the Kododama and uncreate Suzuka. That sounds like you're playing God. She was born and now you're just gonna cancel her away. In her perspective, it's gonna feel so unfair. Or more precisely, I might have to use my Kotodama to order Kyouko to use her Kotodama, which is actually my Kotodama to uncreate Suzuka. If Suzuka was born out of Kyoko's own soul, as expected, then that would work. It's unfortunate, but if this ghost isn't the real Suzuka, it seems that Kyoko's wish cannot be fulfilled after all. Suddenly she lets go of my hand and rushes towards Suzuka. She seems to hug thin air as she collapses into a heap on the ground. I silently walk to her and put my hand on her shoulder.
消すなんて絶対にダメです。この子は鈴鹿です。鈴鹿なんです。せっかくまた会えたのに。
You know, her analogy of referring Suzuka to a daughter. Yeah. She actually is her daughter. In a sense. Kyouko, I understand how you feel, but...
浅川くんだって見えないからわからないだけで、姿を見ればこれは鈴鹿に間違いないって言うに決まってます。
We're talking about Koichi, right? Koichi Asakawa.
なんで消さなくちゃいけないんですか？このまま鈴鹿がいてくれることの何が悪いんですか？
I really do understand her feelings all too well. But even if she isn't the real Suzuka, this ghost is almost like Suzuka's reincarnation. It's not surprising that Kyouko would find it hard to say goodbye. But...
それでも鈴鹿を消すんですか？鈴鹿はここにいるんです。意志があって会話ができて触れられるんですよ。
Oh my god. Oh my...
だったらもう生きているのと変わらないじゃないですか。
How should I do this?
そんなのまた鈴鹿を死なせるようなものじゃないですか。
Suddenly, Kyoko's eyes go unfocused. Kyouko? Oh my god. Oh boy. She sways and falls into my arms. Unlike the last time, her limbs have gone limp. 2.
大丈夫です。少しめまいがしただけで。
I feel like Suzuka is gonna continue on sucking all the life energy from Kyouko until there's nothing left. That's gonna be a bad ending if we leave the situation like this.
大丈夫ですから、心配しないでください。
I understand Kyoko's feelings so much. She keeps repeating that she's fine, but she sounds delirious. She sounds as if she'll lose consciousness if she doesn't keep saying the words. The whole time, Suzuka gazes at her sadly and says simply,
ごめんね。
my god, my god, my god, my god, my god. Even though it's not a work day, there are practically no customers in the cafe. Apparently this kind of thing happens sometimes. As a result, I'm able to handle the cafe all by myself today. Oh my god. I think about Kyouko, who's sleeping on the second floor. Yesterday, after she collapsed at the shrine, I managed to get her back here, half carrying her, with her arm around my shoulders. Kokoro and Azuki-san were very worried, and suggested we take her to a hospital, but Kyouko firmly refused, saying she just needed sleep. In practice, I don't think it would have done much good to take her to the hospital. If what we deduced yesterday evening is correct, the reason she's so weakened is that she used her own life force, to create Suzuka. That's one more reason that it's dangerous to leave Suzuka the way she is. But I want to make sure I can convince Kyouko before I go ahead and uncreate Suzuka. Otherwise, I risk re-traumatizing Kyouko. And just after she'd begun to change for the better emotionally.
誠、ちょっと話があるわ。
Is it about Kyouko?
ええ、ついさっき目を覚ましたのだけど。
How is she feeling?
熱はないわ。ただ、とにかく体がだるくて、フラフラするみたいよ。
Oh boy. I see.
でも、無理にでも出かけると言って聞かないから、言霊で寝かしつけてきたところ。
Leaving the house? What for?
あの幽霊がいなくなったって、騒いでたわ。見当たらないから探しに行くって。
She has gotten very attached to this Suzuka. What? Suzuka is gone?
そうみたい。何度も呼んでみたけど出てこないって。私も気配を感じなかったわ。
Okay. What's going on? Could Suzuka have just naturally dissipated? That seems unlikely.
京子はあの子と繋がっている感覚があるみたいよ。まだ。
And so she went looking. Does that mean that Suzuka has grown to be able to go more than 10 meters away from Kyouko? No, wait. Just because I'm bound within 10 meters of her doesn't mean that Suzuka ever was. I'm jumping to conclusions.
しばらくしたら戻ってくるかもしれないわよ。とも言ってみたけれど。まるで聞く耳持たなかったわ。だから面倒になって眠らせたの。
Thank you, Mana.
私がやらなくても、誠が同じことをしたでしょ。
Well, yes.
で、いつまで京子の好きにさせておくつもりなの？あまり悠長にほったらかしておくと、遠からず死ぬわよ。
She speaks matter-of-factly, but that makes her words resound all the more heavily in my heart. So I was right.
あの幽霊は、京子が言霊で生み出したもの。違う？
That's what we think, so you realized it too?
さっきの京子の取り乱しぶりを見ていたら、ね。京子は自分の命をあの幽霊に与えようとしている。たとえ自分が死んだとしても構わない。そういう気持ちなのだと思うわ。きっと、この間の誠のようにね。
When we were trying to save Azuki-san. Yeah, Mana's talking about when I spent my own life force to save Azuki-san, of course. I won't let her do that. I'll stop her, no matter what.
そうね。私も同意見よ。あの時の私の気持ち、分かってもらえたかしら？
Mana, I'm sorry. Thank you. Without her, I would have died back then. And even now, she's still trying to help me. It's easy to forget when Mana has done so much and giving up so much for my sake.
いいわ。別に。せっかく美味しいドーナツが作れるのに、京子を失うのはもったいないものね。
Mana's changed. Quite a lot. She's changing. She's totally straight-faced, but I can't tell whether she's joking or serious. Probably serious, actually.
で、話を戻すけど、いつまで京子の好きにさせるつもりなの？さっさとあの幽霊、鈴鹿をどうにかしないと、京子の命はどんどん吸い取られて衰弱していくと思うわ。さっさと京子に言霊を使ってあの幽霊を消してしまえばいいのよ。
Oh. Well, I know, but I don't think Kyouko will be able to accept that.
それも言霊で対処できるでしょ？どうしても誠がやりたくないなら、私がやってもいいけど。
No, there's no need for that. I'm glad she's so concerned, but I think I still have a few tricks up my sleeve. I'm sorry to ask you this, but could you keep an eye on Kyouko for me? And if she tries to do something reckless again, can you put her back to sleep again?
仕方ないわね。わかったわ。
You're a lifesaver. She let out a small sigh, but then looks sharply at me again.
あの子を、鈴鹿を探しに行くつもり？
Yes. I'll go and find Suzuka, talk to her, and convince her to disappear of her own accord. I'll bring her back to the house, first, so that she can talk to Kyouko and say goodbye, and hopefully give her some closure. That's probably the best solution available to us. Forgive me, Hotaru. Now I start to see what you meant, when you hoped that this Suzuka's life could be respected in its own right. But I'm afraid that if I have to choose between Kyouko and Suzuka, between the living and the dead, the choice couldn't be more clear.
でも、どうやって見つけるつもりなの？見えないのに。
Is she really still considered a ghost? Honestly. I do have a plan. I don't know why, but Hotaru was able to see Suzuka from the very beginning. I'll give her a call, tell her what's going on, and ask for her help.
そう。でも、誠と京子は離れて行動できないのでしょ？
Yes, but something tells me I might not have to anymore. I've been roaming around the house during the day while Kyouko was sleeping upstairs, but I was never tripped up by the invisible barrier like usual. I knew it. I'm able to escape somehow. I think it's because Suzuka is able to solidify her existence now, so she doesn't need any support life energy. It's any support life force from Makoto anymore. The main The main source is Kyouko now. Oh, she's surprised. I find that I'm able to venture out into the street without any trouble. I'm quite sure that this is more than 10 meters away from where Kyouko is sleeping.
どういうことなのかしら。
I don't know, maybe whatever channel had formed between us had been cut
だ
somehow.
としたら、それだけ京子が弱っているということではないかしら。
Oh no.
あまり猶予はないと思った方がいい。もし、私の方で京子が限界だと思ったら、その時は。
Yes, if that happens, I'll rely on your Kotodama to save her. We have no time. Let's go, go, go. She nods and returns inside as I proceed onward.